Hi you guys, it's Tanya and I'm going to show you how I made these cute little stick pins today from polymer clay. This tutorial is dedicated to Nancy at Going Crazy because she asked me for another flower tutorial, and what fun way to do this but with polymer clay. And this is the cute little pin cushion that she made me. So here we go. All you're going to need to get started is some kind of stick pin with a pearled head on the top of it. Of course, you could probably use the acrylic ones too, but this just happens to be what I have. I'm using the 3-inch pins. You could use any size. You're just going to have to adapt your flower to the size pin you have. Then you're going to need some polymer clay, and this is made by Sculpty is the one that I'm using. It's quite old, so I may have to knead it for quite a few minutes, but it's red in color. This color will show up better on camera too. And I already have some that's already opened. You can use any kind of polymer clay as long as it can be baked. I don't know how well the non-baked clay would work. And I'm using these little Sculpty tools that you can get from any craft store. I'm going to be using this one that has the point on the end, and it also has like a little flat edge on it. The rest are just, I'm going to just push them to the side. So you're going to pinch off a small amount of clay. You don't need very much. And you're going to knead it in your hand to soften it. You really want it kind of soft. And you're just going to spread it out. And make sure it's even. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the little roller, and I'm going to kind of roll it around, and that's going to kind of help flatten it out some and get it really smooth. And then just peel it off the roller. It's kind of like messing with cookie dough. Then you're going to take, I took the small Tim Holtz Tattered Florals die cut. You could use any punch you have that is the small size. And I am going to place it on my clay and use it as my template for cutting out the rose shape. So I'm just going to take the pointy end and push all of this other clay out of the way. Just kind of sketch around it, holding it in place. And it doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to mold it and kind of do things with it. Just tracing around and pushing away that excess clay. And I just put this to the side and roll it out again and make another flower out of it. Now, once you have that done, you just pick off this template, and you will see that you have the Tim Holtz Tattered Rose here. And it, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Then you're going to take this flat end and just kind of peel it up softly off your mat. Now, as far as thickness goes, you want it to be thick enough to hold its shape, but you don't want it too thick because it'll get too bulky on the pen head. Then you're going to take your pen and you're going to kind of poke it through the center of the flower. Now, you don't want to push it completely up to the point, because these petals, up to this head, because these petals are too deep and you won't be able to see the pen head. So you're going to pull it down just a little bit and kind of hold it in place with your finger. Then you're going to take petal 1 and push it up and touch it to your pen head. Skip petal 2, go to petal 3 and push it up to your pen head. Skip petal 4, you're going to kind of push it down out of the way and pull petal 5 up to your pen head. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of work these in like this and just kind of push them in towards your pen head and just wrap them around the pen head. Then you're going to take your point here and you're going to roll these petals down like that. Then you're going to take, and you may have to continue to just kind of press them in. Then you're going to take the other petals and you're going to pull them up, filling in the gap, and you're going to roll those petals down. It's just this easy, guys, just this easy. Then you're going to take this petal and kind of, oops, make sure they stay kind of somewhat offset, just working with it. Pull this petal up and once again roll it down. And you can kind of see your rose shape is forming. Now I'm going to continue to fuss with this until I get it to the right consistency and the right shape, just pushing it around. And down at the base here, I'm going to kind of elongate this just a little bit and kind of pinch towards the pin and work it all the way around. I want this to be kind of a smooth end down here. And I'm going to just continue to pull these back until I have the shape that I'm after. And I'm really liking this. Now you could call this done, and if this was white it would look like a calla lily. I mean, I really like the shape, but we're not done. We're going to do one more. So you're going to take this and knead it one more time. And this time you only really need a couple of petals, because if you did the whole flower again it would really be too bulky. So basically I'm just going to knead that out one more time, roll it, place my petal, and I'm going to grab a 2 petal this time. And I'm just going to trace around 2 of these petals. And like I said, that, this is like, you can make multiple types of flowers out of this technique. It kind of had an iris look if you were using purple a minute ago. And I'm just going to basically cut out what I call a heart shape. And just kind of work some of those little spriggly pieces in. Now I'm going to pull this up, and this time I'm going to find a good place to offset these, and I'm going to pull this one up. And again, I'm just going to tuck it in around, and I'm going to pull these petals down. Just pull them down. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to grab another 2 piece, and again I'm pinching this at the base and working it in. Now this time I'm only going to grab 1 petal. Roll this out. And use my template, and I think I only really want 1 petal. If I decide I want more, I can always cut them. No big deal, it's just clay. The cool thing is about this is that if you mess it up, you can always just pull it off, knead it, and start all over. No harm done. And it just takes a little practice to get the right consistency, but it's a lot of fun and it's very relaxing. And this is something with you guys, with the younger kids, pull out the Play-Doh and let the younger kids play with the Play-Doh, and you play with mommy Play-Doh. Okay, so I'm just going to roll that down, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to smooth in this petal. Now to finish this off, because I want my base to be very clean, so to finish this off, I'm going to kind of pinch that bottom and pull it down. And I'm going to take some of this excess off. But don't take too much, because remember you have that pin head that's in there too that you don't want to expose from the bottom. Now you could go ahead and put in the bottoms of the pins. I just used these little bead caps to kind of finish them off, but go ahead and make up as many of these as you want to. And then what I did was I took them, I have some old silicone bakeware that is the muffin pans, and I just turned them upside down and poked these pins into them and then baked them according to the directions that are on the packaging. So like this particular brand of clay is 15 minutes per 1/4 inch thickness. So what I did was I pinned them into the silicone, and then I baked them. I want to say for 15 minutes is all I baked them for. And this red color clay, and I don't know if it's the type of clay or what, but it turned burgundy. But then by the next day, it was definitely red again. And if you see, it does kind of come in a little bit darker than what it originated as, but I'm still very happy with them. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have fun making new little stick pins. This was so easy. And I'd love to see what you guys create. So if you do make some, please do a video response to this video so I can see what you guys have made. So thanks for watching.